You're watching 25 Reasons with LaynoProd. Question number 1. Why is the album called OPM?
The album's called OPM because original plug-and-b music, derivative of original Filipino music. Shout out to all my Pinoys and Pinays out there. And I love plug-and-b, the beats are fire, and I love my culture. And OPM, it's a cool genre. I gotta add my own spin to it, to plug-and-b, show homage to my roots, show love to my roots. That's it, OPM.
Question number 2. Why is your album mixed with Filipino and Korean culture?
Well, I'm inspired by the 80s music my parents grew up listening to. Some old Filipino music like Gary Valenciano, shout out to him. He was like the Michael Jackson of the Philippines. And taking that aesthetic, the 80s Filipino stuff I grew up with, mixed with like K-pop, K-drama. I love Korean culture, Korean music. And I got a lot of Koreans and Filipinos involved in this project. So just being myself with it and getting all the homies involved.
Question 3. Why did you get David S. Park to produce the beats on OPM?
Damn, David, like, who wouldn't get David to produce the beats on the album? Like, his drums go crazy, his melodies go crazy. Got Josh Bay doing half the melodies as well. I don't want to produce, no, I'm kidding, I love producing, but I'm trying to focus as an artist this year, these next years. So any fire producers out there, let's collab, let's work. And I gotta get damn David, you know, we've been collabing for a long time, and we only make bangers. So we were recording a lot of joints, and we're like, man, it's an album, it's a plug-and-b album, let's put it out. Collab project.
Question 4. Why did you have many different types of artists featured on OPM?
I had a lot of different types of artists on OPM because I just like music. I love music for what it is. I don't care what genre, what style, what background you come from or do. If I think it sounds cool, I'm gonna make it fit the Layno sound, the Layno brand. X Games mode, you know, Van Gogh stuff, like Filipino Van Gogh. I'm an artist, you know, I get different palettes, different colors, I put them together, I make a dope picture. Like, all these artists have their own style, and I think I make artists shine on my track. Like, I let them do their thing, showcase their style, and I put it all together like a producer, you know, LaynoProd, Layno Productions. And yeah, it's cool having all these different talents, add to the mixing potluck, and now you got a whole feast.
Question 5. Why did you mix OPM and not have other engineers mix it?
Yeah, I'm gonna lie, some of these engineers be out of my price range, but it's cool. If I can't afford it, I take the time to learn it. Always been learning engineering ever since college. Learned from a lot of engineers, worked in several studios, worked for an audio plugin company. Learned from the best engineers, and you know, learning that craft as an artist, as a producer, I get better on the beats, I get better on the recording process, and I'm in control of how I want it to sound. Now, it does take more time and work and a lot of hoops to jump through, but I think over time, trial and error, and learning some sauce from other engineers, you just train your ear. And man, I wouldn't want to mix every album, so shout out to the other engineers that helped me out. But yeah, I think it sounds fire. OPM, I think, is some of my best sounding mixes. Yeah.
Question 6. Why do you wear a beret?
Hey man, this is where it started. This is how the beret started. Halloween 2021. I was like, okay, what am I gonna be for Halloween? I'm like, you know what? Let me go into this Halloween store, and I see a beret, like those French wool ones with the little thing on the top. I'm like, damn, I could be an artist, because I'm always trying to be an artist. Shout out to the artist I produced for, Billy Rax. He looks like an artist, sounds like an artist, walks, talks like an artist. I said, okay, I'm LaynoProd, an artist. Most people know me as producer, engineer. Like, how can I show them I'm an artist? I'm like, let me wear a beret. Who's wearing beret in LA? It's hot. Like, who's gonna wear a wool beret out here? But it captures my brand of being an artist. I did drawing, painting, graffiti before I did music. Everything I do, I'm a creative, you know. So I think it's the perfect like thing to put on my head. And like, I don't want to do all these hairstyles, you know. I like to keep my hair short, nice little fade. And berets are cool, man. It's a cool style. I got this new red one just for OPM. And yeah, I'm gonna hopefully start my own beret line. That'd be fire. Like, who would wear it? People in Europe, probably Asia. Yeah.
Question 7. Why do you wear cool glasses? Hold on, why do you wear cool glasses? You like this fucking Sesame Street direction I'm going? Question 7. Why do you wear cool shades?
Hey man, my eyes, they cool, bro. Like, but the shades are cooler. Nah, like, you know, artists, they got a look. You know, artists they got their hats, their hairstyles, their shades. I just think, like, when you think of a superhero, a character, it's something that sticks in your head. Like, a lot of people's eyes look fairly similar, but shades, you could have like old school looking ones. You could have like the ones I had from Bad Day Never Again, looked all robotic, futuristic. You could have the Matrix looking ones. Some like it expresses a new kind of feeling when you look at someone's face. It's like, oh, they're wearing those kind of shades. That's the time they're on. So like, you know, right now for OPM, I'm in that like retro 80s, like vintage kind of feel. So I got the aviators. You know.
Question 8. Why do you have finger tats?
Man, I've always wanted a tattoo, and I pulled the trigger in August of this year. Why? Why did I do it? Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, once I have something I want to do creatively aligned with music, I'm most likely gonna go for it. So, within a month or two, what's that?
No, just bring it up.
Oh, within a month or two of, like, thinking about it, I even made my own font. This is my custom font, like, fontstruck.com. I didn't know how to make my own font. Just Google, you know? And like, I'm a graffiti artist, so like, I just pieced it together with squares and triangles. Made a little pattern and made these letters, Layno. And for Bad Day Never Again, for that album photo shoot, I knew shooting with Paolo, I wanted to do like some Tupac shit, you know? Like, show off the fingers, the tats, like, and I thought it was cool. And man, it was painful for the first tattoo I ever got. Definitely want more, but not anytime soon. That was very painful for the first tattoo, but I get nothing but compliments on it, you know, just like the beret. Like, the finger tats was a good move. I ain't gonna lie, every time I like brush my teeth or like I look at my fingers, I'm like, damn, that looks cool. Like, like, what is that? But yeah, man, Layno, there it is. I get to do this. Finger tats.
Question 9. Why are you wearing that outfit?
Man, you know, overcoat. Got it in Korea a couple years ago. White dress shirt, something slight, you know. White painter pants. Hey man, I watched this old like Filipino performance video of Gary Valenciano. He had the tucked in white shirt, white pants. And then, you know, it's the Filipino Korean 80s, like, I have a love for the old school, man. I'm an old soul, I'm the youngest in my family. I have 2 older siblings, my parents, 70s, 80s culture and music. There's something dope about that era, man. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's timeless, it's classic, and I think I make timeless music. So, I have my own twist to it, you know. I'm an artist. I take what I'm inspired by and just piece it together what I like, you know. Break the rules and spin it my own way.
Question 10. Why are you shooting the album cover in the studio? Hold on, let me repeat that. That was weird. What are you? Question 10. Why are you shooting the Question 10. Why are you shooting the album cover in this studio?
Hey man, every time I do an album photo shoot, you know I gotta go to Paolo, potato.paolo, aka the sniper. This guy, you can shoot anywhere, the streets of the 818, a photo lab, up on a mountain, somewhere in the forest, the beach, anywhere. It don't matter where we shoot, but for this concept, we thought of like, you know, the yearbook, like prom looking photos, portrait style. So shout out to Paolo, man, he got the studio hook up, so hey man, it fits the vibe, and I always gotta shoot with Paolo. He is the sniper. Shout out to my film photographer, Paolo Panlilio.
And you shout out Red Room too.
Shout out to Red Room, man. Everyone follow Red Room. Get your photos developed there. Dopest photo lab in Van Nuys in the 818. Say what's up to my boy Paolo. Shoot with him. Shoot with people in Red Room. They got dope stuff. Make sure to work with them. Appreciate it.
Alright, question 11. What did you choose music... Oh wait, sorry. Question 11. Why did you choose music to be your main career?
Honestly, like, I would say junior year of high school, I wanted to take it, like I knew this was my passion. So I started like freshman year of high school, just trying it out. But by the time I put out like my first beat tape, shout out to people that know Mind Body Loops, or the beat on there, Ecstasy. It's an old crowd favorite. First song I ever put out streaming, beat wise. Put out another track, Feel You Feel Me, later in college, 2017. And like it kind of like the reaction I got from my close peers, my family, my friends, and you know, I dabble in a lot of different things, but this is something I learned, you know, how to make beats, how to rap. It's just like art, like creating something. And I'm glad I found that early on. I was like, I don't know anyone in the industry, how do I do this? Shout out to Google, shout out to college, networking, YouTube, Instagram, networking, all that. Like, I think music, just the process of making music, releasing it, meeting other people, collabing with other people, I find joy in the process itself. So that's why I chose music, man. It's not the smartest decision, I'm gonna admit. Like, it's not the wisest, but hey, man, I'm betting on myself. I'm going for my dreams, and we'll see. I think I'm around the right people, and I see a lot of signs that the craft's getting better, and it's a matter of time, man. God willing, it's gonna happen. Third album, OPM. Way more to go. Let's get it.
Question 12. Why should your fans and supporters buy your album as opposed to streaming?
Man, y'all can stream it, man, but to get to like $10, y'all gotta stream it like 3,000 times. No, I read on this article, bro, I don't know if it's true. To get my album on Billboard, I gotta get like 450 pre-orders and that could be like an unsigned artist. So like, if I got everyone to pre-order this project, that'll be fire. First week sales, boom, Billboard top 200. Like, that's how I know this shit gonna be way serious. So, no, but like, you know, fans, supporters could support many different ways. They don't gotta cop the merch. They don't gotta pre-order the album. They could share the song. They could message me, hey, I really like this song. I like the lyrics. I like the beat. I like how it sounds. I like the performance you did. Keep doing what you're doing. That's it. That's something simple, you know. I don't ask for too much, but shout out to the fans that, you know, support the most. And hey, man, if you want to get me on Billboard, like, let's go. Let's pre-order this project, OPM.
Question 13. Why should someone become a fan of LaynoProd?
Someone should be a fan of LaynoProd because I'm good at being myself, and a lot of artists that I look up to say that too. And the more you be yourself, the more unique you are, but at the same time, the more you are relatable to others. So I just showcase parts of my life that, you know, I enjoy and other people enjoy it too. And I learned a lot of different parts of the craft, of the field, of the business, you know, from being an artist to a producer to engineer to making content, the marketing side, the business side. I learned all that. I met a lot of dope people in those fields, but I think seeing my come up where I'm from, San Fernando Valley, 818, LA, Filipino American, like, there's not many people that look like me that are doing it. I think it's inspiring more people, and shout out to the ones that are. And that's it, man. Hip hop's about the youth, and I hope I inspire the youth and have them do positive things, make art, live healthy, and have fun in the process.
Question 14. Why do you think OPM is different from your other albums?
OPM is different from the second album, Bad Date Never Again, and the first album, Van Gogh and the Matrix, because OPM was like these 3 albums this year, I'm just refining the craft. So it took me several months to do Van Gogh and the Matrix, another 6 months to do Bad Date Never Again, only like 3 months to do OPM. Because I just get quicker and quicker on the engineering, and I have dope producers to make the beat, and then I'm working on my artistry, just rapping, recording, singing frequently. So you're getting like top tier Layno, like musically, you know what I mean? Just refining his craft, getting faster with it, having a whole concept, a rollout, and it's very fun. I would say the other 2 albums were a bit more serious. This one's like, I just wanted to have fun, man. Like, me and shout out to the homie David, we were just having fun making the project, and I would say I make some of the best music just having fun with it. You know, not saying that there's no cool concepts or lyrical content in it, there is, but you know, you could tell when you hear it, like, oh, these guys had a good time recording it. Yeah, so that's how OPM is different.
Question 15. Why are we doing this interview first before anyone else?
Man, I hit up my boy Paolo, shout out to him. I said, we gotta do our own interview, man. You know how many times I ask people, hey, can we interview? And some have already done so, I appreciate all of them. Some take too long to respond. Some won't do it if you don't got the money. Some won't do it if you don't got the clout. I say, I'm a serious artist, like, you know. Now everyone says that. But all I ask for is the shot, you know. If they don't fuck with it, it's all good. But I say, you know, when Jay-Z approached labels and no one would sign him, so he made his own label. I love that indie, entrepreneurial, like, just do it on your own, like, type of spirit, man, that type of energy. I said, no one's gonna do it for me, I'm gonna do it. Shout out Paolo, man. I said, let's record this ourselves. So I actually made these questions, but I didn't think of the answer. Like, this is kind of candid right here, but I definitely made the questions because I wanted to get a message out to you guys, but who else is gonna shoot it? So hopefully the people are inspired by this. That's really the goal of it, to see if people can take away from this. I don't want to wait for another interview months later to inspire someone that might have needed that inspiration sooner. So yeah.
Question 16. Why are you always making music? Don't you have any other hobbies?
Yeah, man, I got other hobbies, film photography, but Paolo's way better, so I'm like, yo, Paolo, you just shoot it. Nah, you know, I play basketball here and there. I'm never good to make a team, but it's cool. Like, it's fun. Golf here and there. Is working out a hobby? No. But I'm always making music. Honestly, I don't get tired of making music. Like, I'm thankful every day I get to make music. I know a lot of artists, producers, they get tired, beat block, writer's block. Man, I wake up, can't wait to do music. Like, there's so many possibilities. It's like, how do you get sick of something you love doing? I guess people don't love it that much. I don't know. Or maybe they're not inspired. I think a genre like hip-hop and just being around other music genres and going out and seeing different cultures and meeting other people, it's inspiring. You know, you get to find inspiration anywhere. So you gotta do a mix of both. I get it. You can't be stuck in the four-wall studio all the time, but you know, you gotta live life. But I'm always, when I'm living life, I'm thinking, how could I make this a song? How could I make this a music video, etc. So yeah.
Why do you like Filipino culture?
Man, I'm proud to be Filipino. I'll tell you that. Like, I was born and raised here in San Fernando Valley, LA. So Filipino American. Shout out to my two parents, both immigrants from Philippines. Been in Philippines like 3 times. Like, it's the motherland, man. It's a beautiful culture. Like, I really like our hospitality. I really like how we're a mix of a lot of different other cultures. We're very artsy, very musical. We're chill, man. We're island, like we're in the tropics, like, you know. There's a lot of cool stuff about Filipino culture. A lot of the goats are part or Filipino. I'll tell you that. I'm proud, bro. Like, I make the best adobo, like, no cap, like the best pork adobo. I'll tell you that. If you want chicken, I'll put you. I prefer pork, but I make that's only 1 or 2 things I know how to cook really well. I can make a bomb like pork adobo. Ask anyone that's tasted it. Yeah.
Question 18. Why are you so into Korean culture?
Man, I ain't gonna cap. I used to roast my brother for K-pop. Like, this guy used to like listen to Bone Thugs and Harmony, Tupac, like gangster rap. Out of nowhere, he started listening to K-pop. I'm like, bruh, I started making fun of him for it. And boom, 2016 comes around. Hear of this group called Blackpink, and I'm just like, oh my god, like, these guys are fire. I mean, I ain't gonna admit, I'm not a huge fan no more. I like other groups more. Shout out Red Velvet, let's work. But like, you know what I mean? Like, it started with the music, because, you know, I love music. But, you know, I have a lot of Korean friends growing up, and it's cool, man. The food's fire. I've been to Korea twice. That's truly a blessing. It's a beautiful culture, beautiful language, and very musical too, man. They're definitely influencing a lot of pop culture and everything. So yeah, shout out to all the Koreans that fuck with me.
Question 19. What do you like about the 80s? Hold on, let me ask again.
Yeah.
Question 19. What do you like about the 80s?
Like I said, man, my parents, they grew up in the 70s, 80s, and they always played that music growing up. It was just like high energy, man, in the 80s, like disco and R&B and new wave and all this. Like, everyone, like, as you can see from the aesthetic, like, showmanship was big in the 80s. Like, people performed, like, you know what I mean? They sang live. They had a whole look to them. Michael Jackson, Prince, like Phil Collins, my favorite '80s singer of all time. Call myself the Filipino Phil Collins. You know what I mean? Like the '80s was fire, like musically, style-wise. I mean, I thank God I was born in '97. Like the '80s was a tough time. I ain't gonna lie. You know, it definitely was a lot of struggle, but you know, I think art made in the '80s, it's timeless, bro. Like we're still inspired by that. You see The Weeknd doing stuff inspired by the '80s, amongst a bunch of different big pop groups and all that. That music's living on 40 plus years, and I hope my music does too, man. So yeah, shout out to the '80s.
Question 20. Why do you have daily routines? Aren't artists carefree?
Shout out to my dad. He was from the Navy, and he was very regimented, you know. Woke up early, was very on the dot for tasks, and it annoyed me as a kid, but I'm thankful for it because it got me like super good at like getting things done, you know, whether I was at school or at work or even in my own music. Like I don't have a manager, right? Like I really I'm in charge of everything on my music. The art, the production, the engineering, the content creation, the rollout, the business, the networking. I gotta do it myself before anyone else does. And my Google Calendar, if you guys see it, it looks like Tetris, like hella colored blocks. I plan everything, even with my family, friends, when we hang out, I have a set time for that. And I forget a lot, so it's me being accountable to get things done. And you know, time is money and time is short, and that's one thing you can't get back. Time keeps going, so make use of your 24 hours, spend it wisely, and shout out to all these apps that keep my mind organized. And I gotta get it done, man. If I want to win as an artist, I can't wait for someone else to do that for me. I gotta do it myself.
Question 21. Why are you single?
Man, I'm focused. I'm focused on me. Bad day never again. I'll leave it at that.
Question 22. Why did you have that one bad day?
Yo, this is the third album, OPM. Why are you asking? No, it was just lack of knowledge on my end. You know, aloof. It was dumb on my end. Should have known better. But it's cool. It's a learning lesson. You know what I mean? Like anything in life that's tough, you gotta flip it to a positive and learn from it and adapt. So, you know, I'm just trying to be the best me. Like that's really what I'm on, man. That's how I'm living. It's more free like that. For now, that's how I'm thinking for my 25 years of age. So.
Question 23. Would you like to elaborate on why you only like certain types of women?
What the fuck? Where's this going? I like all types of women. I mean, everyone got their preferences, but it's cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we vibing. That's it. I don't care where they're from. Like, I grew up liking all kinds of girls from all kinds of backgrounds. If we cool, we cool. If we're not, all good. Like, keep pushing.
Question 24. Question 24. Why do you want kids?
I get it. Not everyone wants kids, but bro, I try babysitting shout out to my nephews. They're cute as hell, but like, I cannot babysit, bro. Like, but eventually, I would wanna, you know, pass down my legacy to my family, son, daughter, whatever it is. Like, not now, not anytime soon, bro. I'm young, man. I got this career to do, so once I get that set though, like, I'm open to it, man. There's a lot of dope artists I look up to that have sons and daughters, and they're like passing on their fruits to them, so that's pretty fire. Like, you know, isn't that our purpose to continue on the next generation? So, yeah, pay it forward. Hopefully I'm a good influence.
Question 25. Why would somebody date LaynoProd?
You wouldn't want to date LaynoProd, like. Like, man, this guy's in the studio again. I said, man, I like music, bro. Like, that's what I do. Like, if you can't align with that, it's all good. Like, you know what I mean? It's all good. It's It's all good. I'll be making the next song. I'll be making the next album. That's just me, man. I'm me being me. Take it or leave it. 25 Reasons with LaynoProd. And you're watching Disney Channel. Shout out Paolo.